Reading I-Ching. Small taming. Change of lines. The lower part of small taming is made up only of yang. Based on the power of each line, we will get closer to the ideal one step after another. The first line of yang represents the mindset that we need to keep in mind, in order to plan for a greater future. You may have a lot of creative ideas in your mind, and want to try all of these different things at once. However, it is not possible for you to realize all of them at the same time, and you may end up ruining everything, if you try to bite more than you can chew. It is very important to make a meaningful first step, which will decide what your future will look like. You need to think more carefully about the right direction you should go. The second line of yang located in the center of reality, tells you that you need to look back on your current self. The first line of yang taught you that the right directionality is important, but the starting position you are standing now, is just as important as the direction you are looking at. Look back on yourself objectively, and consider whether or not you are capable of carrying out the plan. If you think that you are not quite ready, you have two choices: to make a bold decision and give up, or to consider possible ways to improve yourself to be fit for the job. The third line of yang, which is now one step further from the reality, and closer to the ideal, gives you a mild warning signal. We often think too little about the preparation steps, and want to jump into the pool without enough warming up. You often tell yourself that you have done enough, and that you would be able to manage to provide yourself with what you find lacking after you are on the road. However, if you have not fueled yourself with enough power before you go on a journey, you will soon get exhausted and collapse down. If you try to fly across the sky without proper maintenance, you may fall down in the mid-air. If you do not set the right direction before running forward, you may be getting farther away from your goal as you struggle. Why don't you stop for a moment, and think once again about what may be lacking before you leap forward? The fourth line of small taming, is the only line of yin in this hexagram. In the upper trigram, we have a chance to look at the preparation process from a slightly broader perspective. You should understand that it takes time to make proper preparation. Some people think that a new idea is like a flash of lightning, which comes to your mind instantly, when appropriate environment is provided. But that does not mean that the lightning of idea will hit you whenever you want. A creative idea does not come to your mind when it is filled with worry and impatience, but it springs up when you relax yourself, and leave enough room to accommodate it wholeheartedly. We just took our first step into the ideal world, we have a lot of time. Have trust in each other, and have trust in yourself, and try to make your mind more relaxed and welcoming. In the middle of ideal is a line of yang again. As was lightly mentioned before, we need to have trust in order to get the job done. Lack of trust often creates a problem during the planning process. People often suspect one another, that other people may steal away their honor that they have endeavored for, and so they become reluctant to share what they know or have. If such things happen repeatedly, the overall plan will get shattered into small pieces. In order to overcome such a problem, we need a central leadership or system that can ensure trust and faith among people. The last is also the line of yang. What we finally need is a right timing, or an opportunity. Even if your judgment tells you that all preparations are done meticulously, one more step is waiting for you. Right timing is important in every work. The same behavior may result in completely different outcome, based on when you did it. You need to take a closer look at the situation around you, and decide whether or not you need to modify the strategy accordingly. And if you decide that it is not the perfect time to carry out a new task, it might be better for you to stop and reserve your power, instead of running head-on.